Listen to the following talk.
Couples often argue due to financial pressures.
I'm 30 years old with an engineering degree and work at a private company in a small, low-income province where I make about 7 million Vietnamese dongs a month. My wife, who earns around 5 million Vietnamese dongs monthly, works as a preschool teacher's assistant. Initially, my company had 3 employees, but now it's just me. I handle industrial electrical repairs and manage sales, quotes, and inventory, plus go on-site for repairs. Since we don't have many clients, revenue is low. I don't pay into Social Security so I can save more for our family needs. My wife, who is 25, graduated from high school and now works at a large preschool, where she earns about 5 million Vietnamese dongs. Our daughter, who's almost 3, attends the school where my wife works, and we only pay half of her 1.8 million Vietnamese dongs tuition. We used to live and work in Saigon, where I worked as a QC supervisor, with a monthly salary of 12-14 million Vietnamese dongs, including overtime and bonuses. Shortly after our wedding, my wife became pregnant, so we decided to move back to her hometown for a simpler life and a lower cost of living. Her parents are still young and can help us, and my mother is elderly, so I didn't want to burden her. Now we live in a house that belongs to my wife's grandfather, who offered it to us. Overall, our life isn't too difficult. My in-laws sometimes help with food and even raise a cow for us. I invested in shrimp farming with my family, but over the past 2 years, the venture hasn't been profitable. Though at least we broke even and can keep farming. We managed to save enough to buy a 150 square meter plot of land, though it doesn't have a deed because it's in a rural area. I know that if we continue like this, our financial situation will only get tougher since we're not making more money. I've explored other job opportunities, but none pay much more than my current job. My wife's job is also stressful. She's frequently overloaded with work that isn't part of her job description and faces pressure from coworkers. She says if things don't improve, we might return to Saigon next year to look for better jobs. However, neither of us wants to go back because we know that buying property there is nearly impossible for us. I chose to return to her hometown so I could be with my wife and child. Our lives may not be luxurious, but we were happy and shared laughter often. However, the daily pressure of making ends meet is straining our relationship, and arguments have become more frequent. Seeing my wife and daughter live with so little makes me feel terrible. I suggested to my wife that next year I could go back to Saigon alone to find a better paying job. She and our daughter could stay here, and if things improve, I could bring them to Saigon if she's willing. If she prefers to stay here, I'm willing to live apart to provide for them. Right now, we're both exhausted and uncertain about what path to choose. We'd be grateful for any advice on the best way forward.
This content is just an example for learning English. Thank you for watching. This is a VTP channel. How do you feel about this video? Please leave a comment below.